The deception of peace. Rome did not collapse into empire overnight. It was trained for it. After the wars quieted and the borders stopped bleeding, Rome entered a more dangerous phase. The phase where power no longer needed noise. The phase where control had to feel natural. Ancus Marcius understood this moment perfectly. A city that only knows war eventually turns its swords inward. A city that only knows peace forgets how to obey. So he created something far more lethal than battle. Structure. Rome under Ancus was no longer a collection of victories. It was becoming a system. A machine designed to absorb people, erase their past, and replace it with loyalty to the state. The Latin populations he relocated were not treated as guests. They were folded into Rome deliberately. New districts formed. New families appeared. Old identities faded. The city grew crowded, loud, restless, and restless cities are dangerous. Ancus did not respond with brutality. He responded with order. Religion became rhythm. Rituals marked time. Festivals synchronized emotion. Public ceremonies reminded everyone that Rome was watched by gods who favored discipline, not chaos. This was not faith. This was psychological architecture. When people believe the divine stands behind the law, resistance becomes sacrilege. And sacrilege isolates faster than violence ever could. But belief alone is fragile. So Ancus reinforced it with permanence. Stone replaced wood. Roads were stabilized. Defensive positions were no longer temporary. The Janiculum was secured not just as a military point, but as a statement. Rome would not retreat. Rome would not bend. And beneath it all, the prison stood. Not filled, displayed. The carcer was not meant to overflow with prisoners. It was meant to exist, to be seen, to remind every citizen that order had teeth. Peace was no longer the absence of war. Peace was enforced silence. The Senate watched carefully. Ancus did not humiliate them. He did not dominate them openly. He allowed debate, tradition, ceremony. But real decisions were already made before discussion began. Power had shifted quietly. The old noble families sensed it. The newer elites adapted to it. And the common people accepted it because it worked. Trade flowed through Ostia. Salt filled storehouses. Ships arrived and left under Roman control. Wealth entered the city not as loot, but as revenue.